Hello, guys. This is William Hindman, and welcome to Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job or they don't. Hey, guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like and share button, if you would, please. This video comes from Cop State Side. Go over to them, show them some love by hitting their subscribe button. Check them out. If you like them, hit the like button and hit their bell icon so you know when they put out a video. He puts out some really, really, really good videos. A lot of information. He loves showing the corruption of police officers, which is not that difficult to do, trust me. So this one here is a young man who was using his phone and went off the side of the road. And whenever you call a tow truck, guess who shows up? The police. Imagine that. But the cop didn't need to have to arrest him, but he did, and ended up getting into a lawsuit and blah, blah, blah. So, oh, by the way, a violation of the oath of office taken by a public official should be a felony. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And federal level, by the way, not state. That way the little weasels can't bail out on it. All right, here we go. Check this out.
You stopped and looked at your phone and then did you flip it?
No, just slid? Yeah, I'm going 55.
So what's the medical condition that you use the marijuana for?
Just back pain, muscle spasms, migraines.
Relax your arm down. For driving under the influence, okay, so I'm seeing signs of impairment. No, I was with another agency before that. Mason County Sheriff's Office in Grand Junction for just over 4 years.
Imagine a scenario where a seemingly routine traffic stop spirals into a dramatic confrontation, leading to a shocking turn of events. What happens when law enforcement's assumptions clash with an individual's clear evidence of innocence? Dive into this gripping story where rights are challenged and justice hangs in the balance. That evening, 36-year-old Derek Groves was driving his Tesla home from a friend's house in Fort Collins, Colorado. Using the car's autopilot mode, Derek looked at his phone and accidentally caused the car to veer off the road, resulting in the vehicle sliding off the shoulder.
You got your ID on you, man?
I don't. I can show you a picture of it. D-E-R-R-I-C-K. D-E-R-R-I-C-K.
Okay, what happened?
Just going home, looked at my phone, going home for dinner, see my girlfriend, going home, and yeah, just slid off the road.
Where's home?
Loveland.
And so you were south?
Yeah, I was heading south.
You stopped and looked at your phone and then did you flip it?
No, just
slid?
off, yeah. I'm going 55.
Sounds good. Only you in the car?
Yeah, it's just me. I was wearing my seatbelt. It's totally fine. Startled and everything. I looked at my phone really quick. I'm going home for dinner. This shit happens, so.
After the accident occurred, the police quickly arrived at the scene. Officer Hefferman approached Derek and conducted an initial interview. Hefferman asked Derek about his health and level of alertness and requested tests for alcohol and drug levels in his system.
Okay. Startled from the accident.
Okay. When was the last time you used any other drugs or anything?
I haven't really, so I'm on probation.
Okay, so you gotta understand that people
No, I understand.
basically violate the probation all the time and either use alcohol and drugs, even against that. So I'm
100% sober.
So when was the last time you had any alcohol or drugs?
I haven't met cards to smoke weed, but I haven't smoked weed or anything tonight.
Okay, so my question is, when was the last time? Alcohol and drugs.
I haven't had anything in I haven't even smoked weed in the last 5-6 days. You can ask my girlfriend.
Derek assured the police that he was completely sober and had not used alcohol or drugs in the past few days. He explained that he had a medical marijuana license but had not used it in the last 5 to 6 days, which is entirely legal under Colorado state law.
So again, my question, when was the last time?
I'm not a drinker at all. I don't drink at all.
Okay, so so you're on probation for DUI, and that was, they suspected under the influence of marijuana?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be willing to participate in some roadside maneuvers just to make sure that you're sober right now?
Yeah, I promise 100% I'm sober.
Any medical conditions that I need to be aware of?
Cold right now.
Okay. So what's the medical condition that you use the marijuana for?
Just back pain, muscle spasms, migraines.
Do you have any of those? Because I asked you if there's any medical conditions that I need to be aware of. I don't need to be aware of those things? Okay. I just wanted to clarify. Any recent hospitalizations or head injuries, anything like that? Any issues with your eyes that I need to be aware of? Okay. And then any issues walking or any problems walking in your shoes?
So I said I'm cold.
I got you. So I want to do this to where there's not any like flashing lights or anything. It doesn't look like this way there's going to be any flashing lights. I'll have you just face this way.
Even though Derek claimed to be sober, Officer Hefferman conducted physical tests and observed unusual signs in Derek's eyes, like uneven pupil sizes and lack of convergence. Suspecting drug influence or a medical issue, Hefferman decided to arrest him.
So do you see tip my finger here? Follow with your eyes and your eyes only, don't move your head, okay? Can I hand the bedding to my partner here? So we're just gonna walk down this way, okay? So I want you to stand right here on that little spot right there. Yeah, try those, yeah. So stand on that little thing right there. So imagine a straight line going down the pavement there, okay? Put your left foot on that imaginary line, followed by your right foot in front of your left heel to toe, just like that. Okay? I mean, I can't force you to do these things. It just gives me an idea of if there's any impairment versus any sobriety, basically. You know?
100% sober, just like shaking.
Okay. So do you want to continue the maneuvers or not?
I can. I'm shaking.
The police continued to question Hefferman about the sobriety test, but he chose not to proceed, considering Derek had just been in an accident and might not be mentally or physically stable enough. Instead, they opted for a breath and blood test.
Just keep your hand right there. Relax your arm down. Okay, we're gonna walk back to my car. Where is she at?
She's in her car.
Okay.
That's parked back there.
All right. So I'll let you talk to her if you be calm.
Okay. Calm.
All right. We'll go that way. You can let her know what's going on. You will be going to jail. Okay, so he is under arrest for driving under the influence. Okay, so I'm seeing signs of impairment. So we're gonna have some other things that we have to take care of on his end as far as express consent, and if he wants to consent to a chemical test of his blood, and then he will be going to jail. So since he is on probation, I can't tell you that he will be able to be released tonight or not. That'll be up to the pretrial services on whether they can set a bond tonight. Otherwise, he would have to see a judge in the morning or in the afternoon.
Although Derek objected to the police's decision and insisted that he had not used drugs, he was still arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence of drugs. The police took Derek to the hospital for a blood test in hopes of clarifying his condition.
So he was involved in a motor vehicle accident at Taft and Trilby. What is that, a 45 mile an hour zone? I guess it starts heading into Loveland.
It doesn't get to 45.
So, you know how fast you're going? 55. Left the roadway, went down an embankment probably between 50 and 75 feet. Were you wearing your seatbelt? All airbags, nothing deployed? So you'll have to explain if it rolled or so it launched off the roadway and it landed.
Where it was shorter.
Landed on the bottom of the vehicle. So he's saying he didn't roll, no complaint of injury. And also through my investigation, just looking at his eyes, so not only did I see two different sized pupils, but he had horizontal gaze nystagmus, he had lack of convergence in both eyes. They were doing all sorts of funky things. Okay. So not only am I suspecting impairment from drugs, which I've got a drug recognition expert coming this way, but just from a medical standpoint too. So.
The blood test results confirmed that Derek had not used alcohol or drugs on the night of the accident. This result clarified that Derek was not at fault in the incident and had been wrongfully arrested. Groves plans to sue Fort Collins Police Services and Haferman for wrongful arrest, alleging that the officer had no evidence of impairment and a pattern of misconduct in DUI cases.
So in cases like these, this is why there are drug recognition experts, because they're law enforcement and they can testify in court as law enforcement through extensive training that they do. to determine whether someone's under the influence of 7 different drug categories or if there's something medically going on, are all things that they take into account. So
We've been on the force for
be 5 years in July.
been in Fort Collins the whole time.
No, I was with another agency before that. Mesa County Sheriff's Office in Grand Junction for just over 4 years.
You need a secure blood draw?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, we'll get going to the jail. Just have you stand up, put you back in handcuffs, and just put your hands behind your back. Behind your back. Thank you.
From a legal perspective, the wrongful arrest of Derek Rose highlights significant issues with police conduct and adherence to procedural norms. The arrest violated Rose's Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unreasonable searches and seizures. According to Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Colorado Criminal Code, an arrest must be based on probable cause. Officer Hefferman's decision to arrest Rose, despite his cooperation and lack of concrete evidence of impairment, was arguably unsupported by sufficient probable cause. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution shields individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, and in this case, the officer's arrest lacked solid evidence of impairment and relied instead on subjective observations. Additionally, Colorado, Reverend Stat. SS 163102 makes it clear that arrests without probable cause are unlawful. Consequently, the officer's reliance on perceived eye abnormalities in Rose's past drug use without current evidence of impairment breached this provision. Officers who violate constitutional rights may face administrative actions, including termination, as seen here, and wrongful arrests can also lead to civil suits and potential damages for the affected individual. This case underscores the crucial need for adherence to legal standards and proper evidence handling in law enforcement, reaffirming the importance of upholding constitutional protections. Recent wrongful arrest cases like that of Derek Rose underscore the importance of upholding constitutional rights and ensuring law enforcement actions are based on clear, objective evidence. Vigilance is crucial to protect individual freedoms and maintain justice. Hey everyone, what are your thoughts on this situation? Drop your comments below and make sure to subscribe for more engaging and informative content coming your way. Thanks for all your support.
Okay, now, he had no drugs, no alcohol in his system. So, but he was arrested for DWI. If an officer arrests you and there's nothing to back it up, then the charge should go back on the officer, my opinion. Because he's going to have to carry that now for the rest of his life, that he was picked up for DWI. You people out there have no idea what this is like when you go through it. My son went through it. Was he drunk? Yes, he was. He deserved it. He got his, but he also paid for it. But if he hadn't have been, then it would have been a whole different story. But I'm just saying, guys, you know, if they're going to arrest you for it, they can arrest you for anything they want to, and then it gets thrown out. It's just an absolute joke. So we're going to see if we can get these bad cops off the street. And I need all the good cops to come and help us get rid of the bad cops. I need all you citizens to help us get rid of the bad cops because it's getting way out of hand. And subscribe to my channel. Go over to Cop Stateside. Subscribe to his channel. Hit his like button, his bell icon. Check him out. He does some really good stuff, guys. I will talk to you again later. Thank you very much.